In the film Sayonara, each actor was carefully chosen to bring depth and authenticity to their roles. The lead role of Major Lloyd Gruver, a U.S. Air Force officer, was given to Marlon Brando. Brando was already an established star, and his ability to portray complex emotions made him a natural fit for this challenging part. The role of Hana-Ogi, a traditional Japanese actress, was played by Miiko Taka. She was discovered by a talent scout while working at a Japanese travel agency in Los Angeles. Despite having no prior acting experience, her natural grace and beauty caught the eye of the film's director, Joshua Logan. Red Buttons, who played the role of Airman Kelly, was also a newcomer to the world of dramatic acting. Known primarily for his work in comedy and variety shows, he was initially hesitant to take on a serious role. However, his chemistry with Brando during auditions convinced the director that he was the right choice. The film's supporting cast included several veteran actors, such as Ricardo Montalban as Nakamura and Martha Scott as Mistress Gruver. Montalban, a Mexican-born actor, had already made a name for himself in Hollywood, while Scott was an accomplished stage and screen actress. Their combined experience brought a sense of authenticity to their roles. One pivotal moment in the casting process came when Brando insisted on using authentic Japanese actors for the film's Japanese roles, rather than Caucasian actors in yellowface. This decision added to the film's cultural authenticity and helped to create a more believable and immersive world. In the end, the cast of Sayonara was a diverse and talented group of actors, each chosen for their unique abilities and contributions to the film. Their collective efforts helped to create a timeless classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. Joshua Logan, the director of Sayonara, brought his unique vision to life through meticulous preparation and collaboration with his cast and crew. With a background in theater, he approached filmmaking as if it were a stage production. He was deeply influenced by the Italian neorealist movement, which emphasized capturing realistic performances and locations. This influence can be seen in Sayonara's nuanced portrayal of Japanese culture. Logan worked closely with set designers to create authentic environments, ensuring each scene felt genuine and immersive. For instance, he had the military base sets built on location rather than on sound stages. His dedication to realism extended to costumes and props, sourcing traditional Japanese attire and artifacts whenever possible. The director also fostered a close relationship with Marlon Brando, who played the lead role. Recognizing Brando's method acting technique, Logan provided ample space for him to explore his character's emotions and motivations. Their collaboration resulted in one of Brando's most memorable performances during this period of his career. Moreover, Logan encouraged other actors to embrace naturalistic acting styles, leading to powerful ensemble work throughout the film. To further enhance the emotional impact, he employed innovative camera techniques, utilizing long takes and intimate close-ups. These methods allowed audiences to truly connect with the characters and their stories. Behind the scenes, Logan assembled a talented team, including cinematographer Ellsworth Fredericks and composer Franz Waxman. Together, they crafted a visual language that subtly conveyed themes of love, loss, and cultural divide. Waxman's evocative score complemented these images, while deepening the audience's engagement with the narrative. Overall, Joshua Logan's directorial vision for Sayonara underscored the importance of authenticity, collaboration, and innovation. By blending artistic influences, personal connections, and technical expertise, he created a timeless piece of cinema that continues to resonate today. The 1957 movie Sayonara, an adaptation of James Michener's novel, offers a poignant exploration of forbidden love in the context of the U.S. military presence in Japan. This classic has inspired and impacted many lives, and you might have your own story to share. Did you know that the film was groundbreaking for its time, addressing interracial relationships long before it was common in Hollywood? In fact, its stars, Marlon Brando and Miyoshi Umeki, won Academy Awards for their performances. As we delve into the film's history, you'll discover many surprising and moving facts. For instance, did you know that the film's release led to significant changes in U.S. military policies regarding interracial marriage? We'd love to hear your most cherished memory or personal experience related to this classic. Share your stories and memories in the comments below. Together, let's celebrate the enduring impact of Sayonara on cinema and society. In the late 1950s, the movie Sayonara took audiences by storm with its compelling love story against the backdrop of Japanese culture. The film was shot primarily on location in Japan, which posed several logistical challenges for the crew. One significant challenge was finding accommodations for the large cast and crew. To solve this issue, they converted a local college into temporary living quarters. This unconventional solution allowed them to house everyone comfortably while maintaining proximity to the sets. The set designers went above and beyond to recreate traditional Japanese environments authentically. They built an entire village from scratch, complete with homes, shops, and even a river. Every detail was carefully considered, down to the selection of period-appropriate materials and construction methods. For instance, the roofs were thatched using rice straw, just like in olden times. This classic also made use of innovative technology, particularly in capturing aerial shots. A helicopter equipped with a specially designed camera mount was used to shoot sweeping views of the landscapes. At the time, this technique was quite revolutionary and added significantly to the visual impact of the movie. Despite these advancements, certain scenes called for more traditional filmmaking approaches. For example, when depicting a crucial baseball game, the directors chose to employ handheld cameras. By doing so, they aimed to create a sense of immediacy and excitement, drawing viewers deeper into the narrative. Another notable aspect of the production involved working closely with Japanese cultural institutions. Traditional dance sequences required collaboration with experts who could teach the actors proper movements and etiquette. Similarly, language coaches helped the American cast members learn their lines in flawless Japanese. These efforts paid off handsomely, contributing to the overall authenticity and charm of the movie. In 1957, a groundbreaking film called Sayonara graced the silver screen. This movie, directed by Joshua Logan, dared to challenge the societal norms of its time, exploring the theme of interracial relationships with sensitivity and depth. The film's main character, Lloyd Gruver, played by Marlon Brando, is a military officer who falls in love with a Japanese woman, Hana-Ogi, portrayed by Miiko Taka. The film is set against the backdrop of the Korean War, where Gruver is stationed in Japan. The cultural differences and the prejudices of the time create obstacles for the couple's love. The film doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of the situation, presenting a realistic portrayal of the challenges faced by interracial couples during that era. The film's supporting cast is equally impressive. Red Buttons, in his role as Joe Kelly, delivers a heart-wrenching performance as a soldier who also falls in love with a Japanese woman. His portrayal earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. The film's director, Joshua Logan, is known for his ability to bring out the best in his actors. In Sayonara, his touch is evident in the nuanced performances and the emotional depth of the characters. The film's screenplay, based on the novel by James Michener, is another highlight. It's a compelling narrative that combines romance, drama, and social commentary in a seamless manner. Sayonara is not just a love story, it's a reflection of the times. It's a testament to the human spirit's ability to rise above prejudice and bigotry. The film's message is as relevant today as it was 6 decades ago. It's a classic that continues to resonate with audiences, reminding us of the power of love and the importance of understanding and acceptance. In the 1957 movie Sayonara, musical scoring plays a significant role in conveying the narrative's emotional depth. Composer Franz Waxman masterfully created a soundtrack that delves into the cultural clash between American military tradition and traditional Japanese customs. This contrast forms the basis of the film's storyline. Waxman was already an accomplished composer when he agreed to work on Sayonara. Having previously won 2 Oscars for his scores in Sunset Boulevard and A Place in the Sun, he brought years of experience and expertise to the project. His challenge lay in crafting melodies that would capture both the sensitivity and tension inherent in the tale of doomed lovers divided by culture and duty. The main theme of Sayonara revolves around a poignant love ballad called Sayonara, sung by the famed opera singer Kiri Takanawa. Its hauntingly beautiful lyrics underscore the bittersweet romance unfolding throughout the movie. The melody weaves its way through various scenes, acting as a leitmotif for the lead character's journey towards self-discovery and acceptance. Another notable piece from the film is the lively and rhythmic Ondo dance, which showcases Japan's rich heritage of folk dancing. This number serves dual purposes. It offers viewers a glimpse into authentic Japanese culture, while simultaneously highlighting the stark differences between the East and West. When asked about his approach to scoring Sayonara, Waxman stated, "Music must become part of the fabric of the film. It should never dominate, but rather enhance the emotions and atmosphere presented visually." True to his word, the music in Sayonara subtly, yet effectively amplifies the dramatic arcs experienced by the characters. Interestingly, some critics argue that the absence of non-diegetic music during certain intense moments enhances the impact of the visual narrative. For instance, the scene where Major Lloyd Gruver watches kabuki theater for the first time relies solely on visual cues, thereby immersing audiences deeper into the experience. Overall, the creative team behind Sayonara understood the importance of integrating music into their storytelling. By doing so, they managed to create a timeless classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. Following the Italian censorship visa number 26145 issued on February 13, 1958, the movie introduced actress Miiko Taka to the screen. Additionally, it marked the film debut of James Stacey. In the 1957 movie Sayonara, one of the most iconic scenes is when the character Katsumi sings Sayonara to her departing love, Lloyd Gruver. This scene stands out due to its emotional depth, showcasing the pain of goodbye and the cultural divide between the two characters. The director, Joshua Logan, masterfully uses close-ups to capture the raw emotion in Umeki's facial expressions. The camera work draws the audience into the intimate moment, making them feel the weight of the farewell. The use of soft lighting and a muted color palette adds to the somber atmosphere, further emphasizing the sadness of the scene. Miyoshi Umeki's performance is exceptional. She sings with a quiet strength that conveys her character's resilience in the face of heartbreak. Her portrayal of Katsumi is a testament to her acting prowess, revealing the depth of her feelings through subtle gestures and expressions. Brando's performance is equally compelling. His character's struggle with his own feelings is palpable, and his silent reaction to Umeki's song speaks volumes about his character's internal conflict. This scene had a significant impact on the audience, resonating with them long after the movie ended. It is a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of love, and the cultural barriers that can sometimes make it insurmountable. The filmmakers and actors have often spoken about the significance of this scene. In interviews, they have shared their experiences and insights, revealing the careful planning and execution that went into creating this iconic moment. For instance, Umeki has shared her approach to the song, explaining how she used her character's emotions to guide her performance. Similarly, Brando has discussed his character's struggle with cultural differences and how it contributes to the scene's tension. In the end, this scene from Sayonara is a powerful example of the emotional depth that cinema can achieve. Through skillful direction, compelling performances, and thoughtful cinematography, it leaves a lasting impression on the audience, encapsulating the essence of the movie in a single, unforgettable scene. This classic, Sayonara, has received high praise from critics, boasting a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 12 reviews. It's noteworthy that out of all the Best Picture Oscar nominees in its year, it's the only one that was also nominated for Best Art Direction. As the Major ascends the stone steps to meet Hana-Ogi, he experiences a slight mishap, twisting his ankle on the third step. This subtle detail adds a touch of realism to the character, making him more relatable and human. The film's attention to detail extends beyond the characters and into the set design, with the Best Art Direction nomination well-deserved. The movie's visuals are a treat for the eyes, complementing the storyline and enhancing the overall viewing experience. In summary, Sayonara is a critically acclaimed film with impressive set design, making it a must-watch for any classic movie enthusiast. In 1957, Sayonara left a significant cultural and social impact on audiences. The movie, based on James Michener's novel, explored the theme of interracial relationships during a time when such topics were not commonly discussed in mainstream media. The film resonated with audiences as it dared to challenge societal norms, thereby influencing pop culture. The movie told the story of an American military officer, played by Marlon Brando, who falls in love with a Japanese woman, portrayed by Miiko Taka. This narrative contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes, particularly the prejudices and discrimination faced by interracial couples. The film's release coincided with the gradual dismantling of miscegenation laws in the United States, making it a timely and relevant piece of media. Sayonara also showcased traditional Japanese culture, including its music, dance, and fashion, to a wide American audience. The film's depiction of Japanese customs and traditions, such as the elegant kabuki theater and the moving farewell ceremony, sparked curiosity and appreciation for Japanese culture among viewers. Moreover, the movie's exploration of the emotional turmoil experienced by soldiers returning from war, as well as the challenges faced by military spouses, was also noteworthy. The film's portrayal of these themes contributed to a better understanding of the human side of war and its aftermath. In essence, Sayonara was more than just a movie. It was a reflection of the societal changes taking place during the time, and a catalyst for further discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. By challenging norms and stereotypes, the film left an indelible mark on pop culture and continues to be a topic of interest for its historical significance. In the 1957 film Sayonara, two actors made their debut, Miiko Taka and Miyoshi Umeki. Umeki's performance was so impressive that she won the Best Supporting Actress Academy Award. The lead role was initially offered to Rock Hudson, but he declined in favor of A Farewell to Arms. Instead, Marlon Brando took on the part of Ace Gruver, despite the director and producer's initial objections. Brando opted to use a southern accent for the character, which went against their vision of a West Point-educated general's son. This classic film showcases Brando's unique approach to the role and the exceptional performances of its debut actors. Released in 1957, the movie Sayonara received considerable acclaim from both critics and audiences. This classic, directed by Joshua Logan, touched on themes of interracial relationships and cultural differences, which was quite bold for its time. Joshua Logan's direction was praised for its sensitivity and depth. The New York Times critic, Bosley Crowther, commended Logan's ability to handle the story's serious themes with tact and understanding. The film's stars, Marlon Brando and Red Buttons, also received accolades for their performances. Brando's portrayal of a U.S. Air Force major was particularly noted for its emotional intensity. The movie was also a hit with audiences, and its success was reflected at the box office. Sayonara was one of the top-grossing films of 1957, demonstrating its widespread appeal. In addition to its commercial success, the film was recognized with several awards and nominations. It won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Red Buttons and Best Art Direction Set Decoration for a Motion Picture. The film was also nominated for Best Picture, but lost to The Bridge on the River Kwai. These accolades were a testament to the hard work and talent of everyone involved in the film. For the cast and crew, the awards were a source of pride and validation for their efforts. The film's success also helped to solidify Marlon Brando's status as a leading actor and established Red Buttons as a talented character actor. Overall, the critical reception and awards for Sayonara were a reflection of the film's quality and impact. Its themes of love and cultural understanding continue to resonate with audiences today, making it a classic that is still cherished by many. In the world of 1957 cinema, the movie Sayonara left a lasting impact. One of its stars, Miyoshi Umeki, went on to star in The Courtship of Eddie's Father after her performance in Sayonara. Her co-star, Miiko Taka, was offered a term contract by Warner Brothers due to her notable acting in the same film. Sayonara is particularly noteworthy for featuring the only Oscar-nominated performances of both Umeki and Red Buttons, with both actors taking home the award in their respective categories. The film's influence extended beyond the silver screen, resonating in the careers of its talented cast. In the making of Sayonara, the film's star, Marlon Brando, was known for his unique approach to method acting. To prepare for his role as an American military officer who falls in love with a Japanese woman, Brando went to great lengths to understand the culture and language. He even learned basic Japanese phrases and customs, which helped him bring depth to his character. During filming, Brando's commitment to his craft occasionally caused tension on set. For instance, he refused to memorize his lines, instead opting to write them on cue cards and place them around the set. This unconventional method allowed him to focus on his emotional connection to the character, but it also caused delays and frustrated some of his co-stars and the crew. The film's female lead, Miiko Taka, was a relatively unknown actress at the time. She had never acted in a major film before, and her role in Sayonara was her big break. Despite her inexperience, Taka held her own against the more seasoned actors, delivering a powerful and moving performance. James Michener, who wrote the novel on which the film was based, visited the set during filming. He was impressed by the attention to detail and the faithfulness of the adaptation to his original work. Michener was also struck by the chemistry between Brando and Taka, which he believed added an extra layer of depth to the story. The film's director, Joshua Logan, was known for his meticulous approach to filmmaking. He worked closely with the cast and crew to ensure that every scene was shot exactly as he envisioned it. Logan's dedication paid off, as Sayonara went on to win 4 Academy Awards, including Best Actor for Brando and Best Art Direction. Behind the scenes, the making of Sayonara was a complex and challenging process, but the end result was a film that resonated with audiences and critics alike, leaving a lasting mark on the world of cinema. In the film Sayonara from 1957, Dennis Hopper lent his voice to several minor characters, contributing to the ensemble. The movie also featured Marlon Brando, who had a unique distinction of co-starring in 7 films with actors who won the Oscar for their performances. This includes Vivien Leigh, Kim Hunter, and Karl Malden for A Streetcar Named Desire in 1951, Anthony Quinn for Viva Zapata in 1952, Eva Marie Saint for On the Waterfront in 1954, and Red Buttons, and Miyoshi Umeki for Sawara in 1957. Brando's career was marked by his appearances in films that were nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. Sayonara was one such film, and Brando's co-stars, Red Buttons and Miyoshi Umeki, won Oscars for their performances. Interestingly, Brando himself was nominated for Best Actor in 4 of these 7 films, with On the Waterfront and The Godfather winning the Best Picture award. However, he was not nominated for Sayonara or Mutiny on the Bounty, both of which were Best Picture nominees. The groundbreaking 1957 film Sayonara left an indelible mark on cinema history. This movie, directed by Joshua Logan, dared to challenge societal norms of its time, addressing the controversial topic of interracial relationships. The film's courage to tackle such a taboo subject paved the way for future filmmakers to explore diverse and complex themes. Sayonara starred Marlon Brando as an American military officer who falls in love with a Japanese woman, played by Miiko Taka. The film's sensitive portrayal of their relationship was a radical departure from the stereotypical depictions of Asians in Hollywood films of that era. The movie's impact was such that it even inspired real-life changes in societal attitudes towards interracial relationships. The film's influence extended beyond its subject matter. The movie's stunning cinematography, capturing the beauty of Japan, was a visual feast. It introduced Western audiences to the rich culture and landscapes of Japan, a country that was still relatively unknown to them at the time. Sayonara's influence can also be seen in the way it was made. The film was one of the first major Hollywood productions to be shot on location in Japan. This decision added authenticity to the film and set a precedent for future filmmakers to shoot their films on location rather than on studio sets. The film's impact was not limited to Hollywood. It also had a profound effect on Japanese cinema. The film's success demonstrated to Japanese filmmakers that their stories could resonate with Western audiences. This led to a surge in Japanese films being distributed internationally, contributing to the global popularity of Japanese cinema. In conclusion, Sayonara, with its bold subject matter, stunning cinematography, and groundbreaking production methods, left a lasting legacy on the world of film. It challenged societal norms, introduced Western audiences to Japanese culture, and paved the way for future filmmakers to explore diverse themes and shoot their films on location. This classic continues to inspire and influence filmmakers to this day. In the 1957 film, Sayonara, Japanese actress Miiko Taka was introduced to audiences and described as an exquisite new star. The movie tackled racism and prejudice, featuring what many consider to be the first on-screen kiss between a leading white star and an Asian. The following year, Patricia Owens would make her iconic performance in the science fiction classic The Fly. During the production of Sayonara, Truman Capote interviewed Marlon Brando in his hotel. Brando revealed intimate details about his life, including childhood pains. When Capote shared these secrets with the media, Brando was outraged and reportedly wished Capote dead for what he called a treasonous act. Sayonara was a groundbreaking film for its time, addressing issues of racism and prejudice in a way that was not common in cinema. The film's casting of Miiko Taka as a lead actress and its depiction of an interracial relationship were significant steps in breaking down barriers in Hollywood. Meanwhile, Brando's anger towards Capote's betrayal highlighted the importance of trust and privacy in celebrity culture. In the film Sayonara, Audrey Hepburn was initially offered the role of a Japanese bride, but she declined, stating that she didn't believe she could accurately portray an Oriental character. The film features realistic depictions of military aircraft, including a North American F-86G Sabre, which was later transferred to the South Korean Air Force. At the beginning of the movie, Major Gruver arrives in Japan in his plane, parking next to a Douglas RB-26C Invader. He is then shown flying to Japan on a Douglas SC-47 Skytrain. The general's car that meets Major Gruver at the airbase is a 1952 Cadillac Fleetwood 75, adding to the film's historical accuracy. Sayonara is a classic that takes its attention to detail seriously, from the aircraft to the vehicles, making it a compelling watch for anyone interested in history or military culture. Did you know that the 1957 movie Sayonara left a lasting impression on many viewers? We'd love to hear if it affected you personally or changed how you see cinema. Perhaps this classic made you think deeply about cultural differences or broadened your understanding of relationships. Maybe you found yourself captivated by the stunning performances of its talented cast, including Marlon Brando and James Garner. This film was also significant in addressing interracial marriage during a time when it wasn't widely discussed in Hollywood productions. By tackling complex themes like acceptance and prejudice, Sayonara encouraged audiences to reflect upon their own beliefs. As we delve into more cinematic explorations, we hope you'll continue engaging with us through likes, shares, and thoughtful discussions. You can always subscribe to stay updated on our future posts. So tell us, what do you remember most about Sayonara? How did it make you feel? And what lessons did you take away from watching it? Share your stories below so others can join the conversation.